Okay. So again here, what number will this be? 4. Wait. You're right. Perfect. Thank you. Yeah, X does not belong to A, but X belongs to B. A is a subset of B. This means A is a subset of B. No, B minus A. Yeah? So what would happen if A and B are the same sets? What it says is if A is a subset of B and B is a subset of A, what will be the relative difference between B and A? Will there be any elements which belong to A but not to B, or belong to B or not to A? No. Then therefore the relative difference will be an empty set or the null set. This is an alternative way of putting it. Right? All those folks have not done any maths. Are you getting this? Sure? Or do you find this very difficult? Please let me know, because I need to know.
But then in the definition it should be A is a proper subset of A. Because only then X will belong to A and X will not belong to A. It cannot be.
Yeah, but I have not said that B minus A is not empty. It's only when I put this where I will be committing myself to saying that B minus A is a non-empty set, which I am not saying. Right? Sure? Okay. Any more questions? Yes, ma'am?
You mentioned A complement. So does that imply a symmetric complement or like any complement?
See, the set of the complement for tomcats is all set of all animals. Think of all set of all animals. Set of tomcats is a complement of that, right? So complement of a tomcat is anything that is not a tomcat. Anything. The set of tomcats is not anything that's not a tomcat. Right? Okay? Sure? But if I think of the set of cats and if I think of A as a set of tomcats, then the symmetric difference of B and A is the set of all cats which are not tomcats. Sure?
So then why is it that if we say A complement, then is it always with respect to a larger set?
Yes.
Then,
No, but A complement can also be an empty set.
but if we say that tomcats is a set and complement of tomcats is everything that is not tomcats, so then why should A complement be with respect to a larger set? It can be with respect to the universe also.
Yeah, it can be. It can be. It can be. But the universe is the largest set. No? No, so what she's saying is now we are talking. Come again. What she's saying is complement of B minus A. Okay, so let's first think of what is complement of B minus A. And she says, is that equal to B complement? She has asked a very interesting question. Think of A, which is a subset of B. Right? Think of B minus A. Okay? नहीं वो देख के गए बोलो नहीं वो देख के गए वो ऊपर से भी साफ करना है Yeah, I know, but they checked it up and they are going to repair that. AC आता नको ना? AC आता नको लावायला ना? Yeah, so we'll just wait for the rains to dry off a little bit. Yeah? Sure. So we come back to our fundamental question. So think of B, the largest set. A is a subset. So what is B minus A? Set of all elements which belong to B but not to A. What would be the complement of that set? What would be the complement? Will that be the B complement? Let's argue this out. So we have B minus A. So let's build step by step. Okay, I like the way we are going. So A, right? So we have B minus A implies yeah. Now, what is B minus A complement? Implies if X belongs to B minus A complement, X does not belong to B minus A. Right? X does not belong to B minus A. Right? Does that mean that it belongs to, so what, where does it belong? Is that the same thing as B complement? What do you mean by X does not belong to B minus A? X does not belong to, so X is not an element which does not belong to A but belongs to B. So X is not an element which does not belong to A but belongs to B. Right? X is not an element. So X is not an element which belongs to A complement intersection B. Right? Because B minus A essentially A complement intersection B. Elements which do not belong to A but belong to B. Right? So what we are thinking of is, so essentially X belongs to B intersection A complement, right? Okay, X belongs to B intersection A complement, right? Sorry, B intersection A complement, right? Okay? So, when we are saying this, we are saying X actually belongs to B intersection A complement. Are you getting this? Because this is essentially B minus A. We are looking for the complement, right? So we come to B minus B intersection A complement. Okay. So that brings us to an important question. Right? That brings us to an important question for which we need to know, in general, if there are two sets A and B, what is their complement? That's what we need to do, right? So what is A intersection B complement? Only then we'll be able to answer this question. But before that, let me first ask you one bit of that question. First, I want you to prove to me what will this be theorem. What theorem will this be? Theorem 4 or theorem 5? 4. So theorem 4, first prove to me A complement is equal to A. How will you prove this? Sit down and speak. Okay, sit down and speak.
If there is an X belongs to set A, then it will not belong to A complement because
Right. By definition.
And if the X does not belong to A complement, then it has to be a part complement on C.
Are you getting this? So if X belongs to A, it cannot belong to A complement. So it has to belong to A complement's complement. Yeah, and it belongs to A complement complement. The set of points which are, for which they are not in A is not true, then they have to be in A. Right? Okay. Second thing that I am now asking you to do. So theorem 4 is done. Theorem 4 is needed because there is this last part, no? Theorem 5 is important. A intersection B complement is A complement union B complement. Prove this. What is A intersection B? So X belongs to A intersection B implies yeah. So X belongs to A intersection B complement implies that X belongs neither to A nor to B. So X does not belong to A, or X does not belong to B. Right? The or part is important, right? Because here X belongs, A intersection B means X belongs either to A, X belongs to A and to B. So its complement will be X belongs, either X does not belong to A or X does not belong to B. Right? X does not belong to A or X does not belong to B. You see the point? So A intersection B could be a set of people who have houses in the western suburbs as well as central suburbs. Set of people who do not have houses in the western suburbs or the central suburbs is A union B. Their complement, right? So if I do not have a house in the western suburbs, I will belong to that set. If I do not have a house in the central suburbs, I will still belong to that set. Right? So A complement union B complement. Right? A intersection B complement is A complement union B complement. Okay? A complement union B complement. Can you prove this step by step? Yeah? So X belongs to A intersection B complement implies X belongs to A and X belongs to B. Right? Okay? Fine. So their complement is X belongs. So basically, X belongs neither to A nor to B. Right? So set of all elements which do not belong to A and the set of all elements which do not belong to B will be A complement union B complement. Right? Okay. Now, go back to what we were doing. We said B intersection A complement complement will be what? B complement, yeah, union A complement complement is B complement union A. So the symmetric complement of B minus A will be a set of points which either belong to B complement or to A. Set of points belonging to A or set of points which do not belong to B. Right? Sure? Yeah? You have to prove this more formally as a part of your homework. Right? We will stop here today. What's the time? 12? Yeah. So we will stop here today. We have had about 1.5 hours of class. Now because it's a rainy day, we can be off today. But when do we meet again? Monday. See, please, you have lots of things on the internet. Just try to find these and you will find a lot of things on the internet. Try to study on your own. Okay, the only reason I am not recommending a text for you is I don't want you to do the following. I don't want you to find some textbook and then I don't want you to wait, take that textbook from the library, whoever has it, go out to the photocopy shop, get photocopies and keep them in your drawer till the exam. That's not what I want you to do. I want you to actively search where you can learn more of this. Yeah, that's the only way we will learn. Sure? Okay? And you can also have these videos to help you on the way. Right? So thank you very much, folks. And Monday, what time do we meet? 11 o'clock. Do we have any lectures at 9 o'clock? Only on Friday? No. Not micro. Math, Eco, Econometrics. Do you have any lectures at 9 o'clock? No. We have at 11. Sure?
So, A intersection B complement is the clearest that we have to do. Is equal to A complement. Q is B complement. That is what we have to do.
I have actually proved it. Okay, now tell me guys, let's have an honest discussion. How many of you find this is tough? How many of you find that this is tough, that you're not understanding this at all? Is there anybody who's not understanding this at all? Because we also have remedial classes. Okay, from next week onwards, remedial classes will start. Mr. Mayank Gupta, who's doing his PhD, for all your classes, both micro, macro, econometrics, math, eco, there will be PhD students who will do remedial teaching with you. And if you have seen your timetable, there are remedial classes. So you must attend those remedial classes where these students will again take you through the paces here, will patiently sit down with you, do the sums, answer your doubts, and so on and so forth. So remedial classes are very, very important, and start attending those remedial classes just to ensure that your whatever gaps that happen in the classroom are closed. In addition to that, if you feel you are not understanding things, please feel free to catch me. I am very difficult to catch, so you might not generally sometimes not be able to find me, but you can send me. Please don't hesitate to send me an email on neeraj.hatikar@gmail.com. Okay? neeraj.hatikar@gmail.com. Please feel free to send me an email. Sure? So thank you, folks.